Hello students, my name is Aanchal Verma. I am starting a new YouTube channel BioWise to help you all to succeed in your examination, especially related to the bio subject. Today we will be talking about the important diagrams that can come for you to draw in the examination that is scheduled on 24th of March. So let us get prepared for 24th of March. So without wasting time, let me start with the first diagram that could be asked to draw, or we should go chapter wise. Chapter 1, basically the cell chapter, has nothing much to draw. Yes, chloroplast is an important diagram and mitochondria is an important diagram. So how to draw chloroplast and mitochondria? A quick move. For chloroplast, you need to draw a oval structure which has to be double membrane. Yes, in that you have to have thylakoids. Why chloroplast is important? Because it is a site of photosynthesis. The dark reaction takes place in the stroma, S-T-R-O-M-A, and the light reaction takes place on the membrane of thylakoids. Yes, thylakoids. So let us draw the thylakoids. These are the thylakoids. Stack of thylakoids is called granum. So you just draw stack of coins and join them by two lines. These lines are nothing but fret, and the liquid part in the chloroplast is called the stroma. So let us label it. You have stroma. This entire set is called the granum. This single unit is called thylakoids. This is the outer membrane. The inner membrane. And this is the diagram of your chloroplast. Generally in the book it is written that chapter 1 is not in your syllabus. But since this organelle is important for chapter number 6, that is photosynthesis, chloroplast is important. So you know how to draw the diagram in less than 2 minutes of time. Let us move ahead. You can take a screenshot if you want. Yeah, thank you so much. Now let us move to the next diagram, that is mitochondria. Now mitochondria we have already studied before. It's a powerhouse of the cell, and drawing the diagram of mitochondria is very easy. Let us make a sausage kind of structure, the hot dog if you remember, that is the outer layer, and then the inner layer of mitochondria is thrown into folds, which is called cristae. That is a site of ATP synthesis. So now how will you draw the cristae? Move along with the outer membrane and give a fold. Then again along with the outer membrane and give a fold. So you are making the mitochondria in a very easy manner. This is your mitochondria, right? The outer membrane, I am writing a little shorter here. The inner membrane is called the cristae. This part is called the matrix. And this is the diagram of your mitochondria. Mitochondrion, that is singular. Mitochondria is plural. Yes, this is your diagram. Now remember, the diagram comes for generally 3 marks. 1 mark is for your diagram, and the remaining 2 marks is for the correct label. See to it that you have maximum 4 labels in your diagram. That will be beneficial for you. So let us quickly move to the next chapter. Next chapter, chapter 2, that is the structure of chromosomes. In the structure of chromosomes, as the name suggests, the chromosome structure can be asked. It's again a very simple diagram. You should have a central circle which is called the centromere, and you have two wings up and two wings down. This part is called the centromere, is a point of attachment of the two chromatids. This is the chromatid, the sister chromatids, the two, and this is the P arm, this is the Q arm. Yes, you can take the screenshot. The diagram is important. It's easy to draw. Minimum 2 minutes you require to draw this diagram with the correct 4 labels. So diagram you get 1 mark and the labels you get 2 marks. Should I move ahead? Genetics chapter, that is chapter 3. We don't have much drawing there. Yes, Punnett square is very important, that we can deal in the next video. So next diagram, that is chapter 4, is the root hair diagram. Root hair, it's again a very simple diagram to draw. You have to make compartments, make a rectangle, make one more rectangle with a extension and one more rectangle. This shows that the root hair is a unicellular extension. Since you know that it's a plant cell, so you should have that is a cell wall, right? So you have a vacuole, you have the nucleus, here also you have the nucleus, you can label it cell wall, cell membrane. This is the root hair. You have nucleus, and the liquid part is called the cell sap. This much is more than enough for you to draw for 3 marks. You can take a screenshot. I hope you have taken the screenshot, children. Now let us move to chapter number 5, that is transpiration. Transpiration, generally we talk about stomata. So for making the stomata, the diagram, stomata is very important where structure and location is considered. Okay, so for drawing the stomata, you need to have a kidney shaped cell. Make a bean shaped cell, and remember the inner layer is thicker. So you have to make it thicker and the outer layer is thinner. It has got the nucleus and it has got the chloroplast. This is your guard cells and the stomata, and there are neighboring cells. Do not make a flower out of it, just make a extension like this. If you draw this much, you will get enough marks. You can make the diagram full by just making the cells complete and having a extension over it. Yes, so these are your neighboring cells. You can also call them the epidermal cells. This is the nucleus. This is the guard cells. Right, you have chloroplast. So I think this many labels is more than enough. This is a singular stoma. Remember, chloroplast, stroma, S-T-R-O-M-A, and here it is stoma, that is singular of stomata. Stomata, singular, is called stoma. I hope the diagram is clear. You can just take a screenshot of it. Yeah. So let us move to the next diagram. In the diagram that is in the next chapter, chapter 6, photosynthesis. Photosynthesis, we don't have much diagram for drawing. Yes, you have, in transpiration chapter you have Ganong's photometer also, but that is generally asked for you to diagram based question on Ganong's photometer. In chapter 6, that is photosynthesis, we don't have much diagram that can be asked for drawing. Stomata is again one of them. And then chapter 7, that is your chemical coordination, there is no such diagram that can be asked for drawing. Chapter 8, circulatory system. Do not get panicked that hard diagram can come to draw. It is generally in a diagram based question. Yes, you can draw a flow chart, that can be asked, because here what are the important things? All the blood vessels, all the valves, the different chambers of the heart, and the portal system, right? So let us have the heart. You have the right auricle, the right ventricle, the left auricle, and the left ventricle. Yes, you have your body, you have the lungs. Now what will happen? The blood flow. So I'll use the different color chalks for the easy understanding. Let us take what our books take, the blue color for the deoxygenated blood and the red color for the oxygenated blood. But in general, blue is not the color of the deoxygenated blood, it's dark red or maroon. Excuse me. And the oxygenated blood is generally bright red. So what happens after the process of respiration and all, carbon dioxide is produced as the waste and it moves from the body to the right auricle. From the right auricle, it goes to the right ventricle. From the right ventricle, it goes to the lungs for the process of oxygenation. The blood gets oxygenated, moves to the right auricle, right ventricle, and from there it is circulated to the body. This is what your circulation, double circulation is all about. This is your double circulation. The circulation between the heart and the body is called systemic circulation, and the heart and the lungs is called pulmonary circulation. Yes, this much is more than enough. If you want to know about the details of the circulatory system, you can put it in the comment box. I will make a video on the entire explanation of the circulatory system. Now let us move ahead. This is on the basis of the chapter circulatory system. Next chapter, that is chapter 9, is your excretory system. Excretory system is an important chapter where diagrams are concerned. Yes. Now where diagrams are concerned in excretory system, you have the entire excretory system. So in that case, let us make the kidneys, it's such a simple diagram that can be made in less than 1 minute. So you have the left kidney. The right kidney is little lower to the left kidney because your body has to accommodate liver. Yes. So right kidney. This is the tube that is called the ureter. This is the urinary bladder. And this one is the urethra. So this will fetch you 3 marks very easily. Now another diagram that can be asked from here is the transverse section of the kidney. So if you have to draw the transverse section of the kidney, draw a kidney, make triangles in it, and make this kind of structure. And just, yes. Now here you can see the outer portion is called the renal. Renal is an adjective used for the kidney. It is called the renal capsule. Then you have the renal medulla. You have the pelvis, that is the renal pelvis. This one is the ureter. Yes, and these triangles are called renal pyramids. So this much for the transverse section of the kidney. I don't think it's taking more than a minute to draw. Just try to do one thing, your pencil should have a smooth move. Do not give a kind of movement to the pencil in this way. Then the diagram does not come out clear. And no coloring, no shading is required for the exams. Just a simple outline and the correct label. So let us move ahead. This much you can take a screenshot. Now we will talk about the structural and functional unit of the excretory system, that is in your kidney, the nephrons. Now for nephrons, the first important diagram which I think can be asked in your exam is the Malpighian capsule. Malpighian capsule is the head part of the nephron. So when you are drawing that, you always have to remember that you make a cup shaped structure. This is nothing but the Bowman's capsule. This is the Bowman's capsule. In the Bowman's capsule, you have a thicker blood vessel that is coming inside and a thinner blood vessel that is moving outside. You have to maintain the diameter differently for the coming arteriole and the going arteriole, and you have the blood vessel, the glomerulus here. Now the blood vessel through which the blood enters the Malpighian capsule, enters, arrival is the afferent. A for afferent, A for arrival, arteriole. E, exit, efferent arteriole. E for exit, E for efferent arteriole. Yes. Now when you talk about the afferent and efferent arteriole, what is the difference? The diameter, what is the reason? Now if the diameter is wider here, more blood will enter into the Malpighian body, that is the capsule, in the glomerulus, and since the exit is narrower, there will be a pressure developed in the Bowman's capsule that will lead to ultrafiltration process. So the diagram carries one mark only for letting us know that you have efferent wider and the efferent arteriole thinner. If this question is not coming in the diagram, then it can be easily asked in the differentiate question. Differentiate between the afferent arteriole and the efferent arteriole. Yes. So now this is called the Bowman's capsule. And the entire structure here is what? The PCT, the proximal convoluted tubule. Instead of writing shortcuts, I think it's better you write the full name. Proximal convoluted tubule. Is the diagram clear? This is your Malpighian body or capsule. Yes? Easy? You can take a screenshot. Now next what we will be talking about the entire nephron. So for making the entire nephron, you always remember there is a small circle followed by a this shape structure. This is the basic structure of your nephron. So what I am going to do in the same form, Yes, and then the blood vessel. The afferent is thicker and the efferent is thinner, as I have told you in the previous diagram. So this one is the, I am not writing the full name, children, you are requested to write the full name. Afferent arteriole, this is the efferent arteriole, this is the glomerulus, this is the Bowman's capsule, Bowman's capsule. This part is the PCT, that is the proximal convoluted tubule. This part, proximal means pass, closer. So proximal is closer to the Bowman's capsule, PCT. Distal is dur, distal. So distal convoluted tubule. This is the loop of Henle. And this one is the collecting tubule, collecting tube. So urine is formed and it's thrown out through the collecting tubule. I hope it's clear, everyone. You can take a screenshot. This much drawing with the correct labels, no, you can easily get 3 on 3. And do not spend much time on diagrams. You have to complete the entire paper. So this one is chapter 9 we have reached. Chapter 10. Who can tell me what is chapter 10? Anybody in the comment box? We'll start with this chapter 10. What is the chapter 10? That is your nervous system. In nervous system, the most important diagram is the diagram of a neuron that we are drawing since standard 6, right? You all know what is a neuron? Neuron is the structural and functional unit of the nervous system. So how to draw the neuron? First make this kind of structure and extend it to a long tail like thing. With the end, make a knob, that is the axon terminal. Yes, it has got a nucleus and it has got the cellular extensions. This is called the dendrites. And it has got the myelin sheath. Myelin sheath has got the nucleus. It is made up of Schwann cells, right? So this is your dendrites. This is the nucleus. This is the myelin sheath. This is the axon terminal. Right? This is the node of Ranvier. Node of Ranvier, not Ranveer. Node of Ranvier. Node of Ranvier. Then these are the Nissls granule. And the cytoplasm. So this is your structural and functional unit of your nervous system, that is your neuron. This is an important diagram. The nervous system also has a diagram of brain, spinal cord. Spinal cord can be asked to draw, but mostly it is asked in diagram based question. Even the brain is asked in the diagram based questions. In this year onwards, we have competency based questions. So main question can be focused on like which part of the brain is used for doing what. That is what the type of questions can be included in. The next diagram, we go to chapter 11, that is your sense organ. In sense organ, the diagram of eye and ear is there. Eye and ear will be asked as a diagram based question, but the diagram of eye, a simple diagram of eye using concave or convex mirror for myopia and hyperopia, that can be asked, and ear, the inner ear can be asked. So let us draw quickly the inner ear. Too many diagrams for the day. So let us draw the human inner ear, then we'll talk about the eye also. Now inner ear, first you have to know about the ear. The ear starts with that is the auditory canal. You have the tympanum, then you have the malleus, incus, and steps, the ear ossicles. Followed by you have the inner ear. In the inner ear you have 3 perpendicular ring, the semicircular canal, the vestibule and the cochlea, eustachian tube, and you have the cochlear nerve and the vestibular nerve. So this is the diagram of your inner ear. How to label it? This is the semicircular canal. Semicircular canal is important for your dynamic balance. Utriculus and sacculus, utriculus and sacculus, together they are called the vestibules, are responsible for your static balance. This is your vestibular nerve. This is your cochlear nerve. This is the cochlea. This is the eustachian tube. This is the diagram of the human ear. If you go, this is the middle ear, which consists of the ear ossicles, malleus, incus and stapes. Stapes is the smallest bone of the human body. This is the auditory canal. Auditory canal, the eardrum. Now eardrum is also called the tympanum. This is your ear pinna. This is entire ear diagram, but in exam the diagram which can be asked is this part. That is the inner ear diagram. Is it clear? You can take a screenshot. Yes, children. So now with the eye, generally in the eye diagram they ask you to draw the corrections. Like for example, for a problem of myopia, that is nothing but far-sightedness. Myopia is basically the nearsightedness. You cannot see the object which is located far. Yes. So here when you see, draw the eye diagram, and what happens in myopia, the image is formed in front, yes, in front of the retina, and how it can be corrected is by using a concave lens. The image is formed on the retina. Right. So this basic diagram of how the correction is done can be asked in the exam. So this is for your chapter 10 and 11. Chapter 12 is the endocrine system. There you can have a question where the location of the endocrine glands can be given and you have to label it with their name or function. Chapter 13, reproductive system. Here the important diagram is the male gamete and the female gamete. Male gamete, the human sperm. The human sperm. Now the diagram is really easy to draw. You have to have the head, the neck and the tail. Yes. In the neck region you have got the mitochondria. I have already told you how to draw the mitochondria. Then you have the nucleus and you have the acrosome. Which organelle helps in the formation of the acrosome? Write the answer in the comment box. Let me see how much you all know. Yes. So now the acrosomes. Then you have the nucleus. This you have mitochondria, mitochondrion because it's a singular mitochondria, mitochondrion, tail which is also called the axial filament. This is the human sperm diagram, the male gamete. So they can ask you directly draw the human sperm, or they can ask you draw a neat label diagram of the human male gamete. Then you have to draw this diagram. Take a screenshot. Yes. Next one, the female gamete, which is the ovum. Who can tell me on which day of the menstrual cycle the ovulation occurs? Write your answer in the comment box. Yes, so let us draw the human ovum. For that you have to draw a circle with radiating cells of corona radiata and a nucleus. So what are the components? You have corona radiata, the cell membrane, the nucleus, yes, and the cytoplasm. So this is human ovum. So with this we are actually done, because after chapter 13 you have human evolution. There we don't have any diagrams to draw. Then chapter 15 and 16, population and pollution. So there also diagram for drawing cannot be asked. So what you want me to make a video on, let me know in the comment box, so that my next video can be on that topic. Yes. Now, as with this, we are thorough with all the diagrams that could be asked in your bio paper in just a matter of say half an hour. So kindly practice the diagrams well, children. A neat label diagram is important. Yes, one more thing that is important, make a clear diagram with a continuous line. Do not shade, color the diagram. Just an outline with the correct label. 1 mark for the diagram, 2 marks for the label. Yes. So if you like it, like, subscribe and share with your friends. And in your comment box, let me know what video you want next. Thank you so much. Have a great day.